and welcome to Local Edition on Time Warner Cable. I'm Steve Swatt with the Sacramento Report. In the next few minutes, we're going to talk about online poker. It's illegal to play online poker for money in California, but thousands, hundreds of thousands do it. The question is, should it be legal and should it be regulated? My guest this segment is Assemblyman Reggie Jones-Sawyer.
Good afternoon.
Thank you very much for being here. You're from Los Angeles. You are the author of one of the major online poker games legalization in California. So it is extremely popular, isn't it?
Yes, about 2.8% of the population in the United States plays it. About 300,000 Californians are playing online poker. But the real problem is it's illegal. And we're not, since the Great Prohibition, we had underground only in the internet world now. And so what we're trying to do is bring it in-house, regulate it so that we're, things like fraud, rigging the games, sometimes players aren't even getting their money. We need to regulate it as a consumer protection bill.
I was going to ask you about the fraud aspect of that, first of all, because there are stories about rigged games.
Yes.
These are offshore games.
Offshore games.
And people not getting paid after winning. Things
Correctly. And on a personal, I have an 11-year-old who's gotten hold of my credit card, and I've seen a whole lot of apps charges. I'm really concerned about young people. I know it sounds like I'm being facetious, but I'm really concerned about young people getting on the internet, playing poker, illegally also. But the ramifications of that, we need to regulate that to ensure that we protect our young people too.
For a number of years now, we've seen efforts at the Capitol to legalize and regulate online poker. There's never been a real meeting of the minds, and clearly nothing can happen without an agreement from the gaming tribes, correct?
Right now, and the reason why I took on this effort is there's a real effort among the tribes and various other interests that are involved in this to kind of come to a consensus understanding of how we move forward. The way that I'm proceeding is, let's look at the structure of what we're developing. And when I talked about fraud, consumer protection, and things of that nature, but most important, how do we get money into California, into our coffers, to help with schools, roads, and things of that nature? Early on, we've gotten some early estimates that maybe 80 million will come back to our local economy, but more important, into our state treasury. But ultimately, if we can get to $1 billion or more from the revenues in that, and especially if it's a steady stream, I think that'll be very, very important for the state of California.
Right now, there are a couple of bills working there, trying to get through the legislature, and some of the gaming tribes are split, and they're backing different bills, so you have to bring them together, don't you?
And they're talking, and again, the reason I'm here, the reason I even put in AB 2291 is because they are talking, and I think that's healthy for them. I don't plan to be Solomon, trying to get in the middle of it. I think they will come to some kind of consensus that we can ultimately move forward with.
Previous legislation and previous sessions included the racetracks. Your bill does not. Why not? Why not give them a little cut of the?
Well, right now we're hearing from all sides.
Okay.
So people from the not only the casinos and the card rooms, but we're also listening to people who are coming from the racetracks. And again, all three entities are coming into my office, kind of explaining their side of what they want, and we're listening to them all right now.
And for all the different potential players, this is both an opportunity, but also a threat, depending on how this works out.
And the way I look at it, and I'm more forward-thinking in the future, I think this is going to be huge. And right now, this is just the beginning of it. And ultimately, we may even be playing different other games that will expand ultimately into the future.
All right. Well, Assemblyman Reggie Jones-Sawyer, thank you very much for coming by and talking about this legislation. We're certainly going to follow it in the next several months.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And thanks to our viewers also for watching Local Edition on Time Warner Cable. I'm Steve Swatt. We'll see you next time.